The Technivore proudly presents the Phil B Podcast, starring Phil Bonjuane.
You know, this whole mask culture, or as Americans say, the mask culture, they're gonna impose everything on everyone to wear this. And this is how the superhero should start it. You're gonna wear the mask first, then you get the capes, and you're gonna be this, you're gonna see everyone as Batman and Superman outside and Wonder Woman, and you're gonna have a whole society of lunatics celebrating Halloween daily. Every single day is Halloween day.
I can tell you that the burglars and robbers are very happy right now because now they're blending in. It's perfect. The burglars like, finally, mask culture. This is it. I can blend in. This is their ultimate opportunity to do even more damage. So let's go into the Walmart and in a Ninja Turtles mask and let's wreak some havoc.
How's the situation over there right now in Houston? I mean, things good, bad?
Yeah, things are mostly opening back up. Just at 25% capacity. The gyms reopened about 2 weeks ago now. Hair salons and barbershops, nail salons are all open, but most of it's like appointment only, so people can't just walk in now. You have to plan things a bit more. So went and got a pedi the other day. So my feet are brand new again after they were, rotting for several months.
You look like you got a bit of a haircut. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like...
Yeah, I just got my hair cut a week and a half ago. So
good.
I was trying to cut my own hair and it was getting disastrous.
Do you know what? I was about to bring that up. Sorry to cut you off. I was about to bring that up because, I cut my hair by myself. As you can see, I do the zero on the sides, and I do that little bit, the lame mohawk on top.
The little tuft of mohawk. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, but it works. I mean, I save, a good $40, $50 on haircuts. Well, how much did you pay for your haircut?
I think it was $15 the other day. But I gave him a 50% tip because I was like, well, these guys have been out of work for so long, and you feel bad for them, and my wife also encourages me.
I'm not one for it. I think that it's nonsense. If you want to bring a plate to me, you know what? I'll get it by myself in the kitchen. Don't do any dance. You're not doing a jig for us. I'll get it by myself. No problem.
Well, the problem is that the wages are so low that it's not enough to make. You can't support yourself on just the retainer that they give you. So they're basically relying on customers to pay their wages, and it's like, I find that a little bit immoral in some ways, because why doesn't the restaurant owner do that? But this is just the culture that has existed in the US for the longest time. They don't just bring your plate to you. They definitely do a bit more, and they're much more attentive, so it sort of encourages them to do the best job they can.
I'll tell you what they do when they bring it. You're right, they do something else. They put it on the table, and then they say, who's having the pasta, who's having the salad. That's all they do. There's nothing more. But I just wanted to ask you about the haircuts. The fact that you just said that you gave 50% tip to these people who have been providing a service that they want to provide all along.
But were denied.
Not just that. The more important thing I'm trying to figure out over here is people like you, me, the regular Joe on the street, the middle-income person, people who want a haircut, when they go over there, then it's not like as if they've been making money behind the scenes during this whole lockdown. They've struggled as well. So how are you tipping 50% when you can only afford a certain amount of money? I mean, the tips should go out the window for a while.
Yeah, well, that's a good point as well. I mean, because everyone's been affected and everyone's income's been affected. And for example, myself, I was just about to start a job, and then this COVID hits, and literally the guy gets an email 20 minutes before he's about to give me the job saying, no, there's a hiring freeze on. So it's so I'm not making any money. What jobs?
What can I do? COVID? What can you do, right?
Yeah.
I've been speaking to some other people as well overseas. It seems that a lot of people actually are very happy with this lockdown, especially the older people, probably in their 40s now, because they like to spend time with the family. They want to sit home, watch Netflix, and they get to do this 4-day work week. There's obviously a silver lining to this, as with everything in life, but you have to look at those kids who are in their 20s who want to go out, and those people just graduating from school. You sort of think to yourself, you know what, these guys are losing out. But then I say to myself, you know what, it's your own fault. Because you chose this virtual bullshit, you wanted to play games, you wanted to do everything tech. So there you go. Now, like the cosmos is giving you a taste of your own medicine. This is the only excuse I can see to sort of save the Chinese from receiving this badgering that they spread the virus, because the truth is that they did. But if you see it in a more societal, positive light, the fact is it was bound to happen at some point, and it just happened through them.
So I haven't actually been to a public pool yet. So I go to a place, it's called South Shore Fitness Center, and it's part of a resort, and they have the gym there, they've got a running track, they've got tennis courts, they've got everything there, and they also have an outdoor pool, in-ground outdoor pool, but they've literally basically torn that whole pool up. They're redoing the whole thing. I think a lot of places are using this pandemic as an opportunity to rebuild a lot of stuff. Like, I'm seeing so much construction happening everywhere. So getting back to your point, I mean, I probably wouldn't, if I was going to a public pool, I mean, wearing a mask is not really that feasible, because you're jumping in the water. You can't jump in the water with a mask on. So.
Exactly. Well, number one, first of all, I know you never go to a public pool. Neither would I.
I'm not really a fan of it.
Yeah. And number two, it's if this whole...
It's a cesspool. A public pool's a cesspool.
It's a dead pool.
It's a dead pool. There's a lot worse shit than COVID and literal shit.
You're going to see Ryan Reynolds in there from now on, but... You know what Trump is doing? This guy, he's the only person that's standing his ground. And you see Joe Biden, the guy's going out in a mask because he wants he has to resort to doing these things because he's not president and he wants to become president.
Yeah.
So
that guy can barely form a sentence. He's suffering.
You know what? If they actually go on to do the debates, which should happen,
he'll get destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely completely battered by Trump. And you know, you see that movie with Ben Affleck's The Town. They robbed the place, they burgled the place, and they put on these really cool masks, right? And right now, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Someone should direct another movie soon with the mask, because the whole crew's gonna look like that. Put on these whole Donald Trump jumpsuits and these Donald Trump faces.
Yes.
Let's just rob a bank like that, you know? Rob the Trump Bank of America.
My name's Phil B, and you were listening to the Phil B Podcast. Good night, everyone.